and just making sure everything's running okay before I get chatting about the city extension. And yep, everything seems to be running fine. So hello, this is Jake, and this is my Minecraft city. Coming up to 5 years old now. Can't believe it. 5 years of building this city, and this is not even half of it. This is not even a quarter. There's the extension down that end where the sun is rising at the moment. You can see it's pretty bare. There's only, well, from this view, there's only about 4 buildings. This is the posh end of the city. I'll just do a recap of everything before we get into the extension. So this is where all the old towers were. You would just see popping up in the background now the World Trade Center. And the World Trade Center stands on the very first part of where the city all started 4.5 years ago. And as typical, it starts raining. That's annoying. So yeah, the original city started right here. These 3 buildings are the original part of the city, and then from that it just grown and it's taken shape. It's not finished. There's already an extension down this end. This is the new part of the city again. Originally this was the extension, this part. And yeah, this is my city, but building and building. I've upgraded some of the buildings from the early days, like when I first got into Minecraft, first time playing it. These 3 buildings were the very first ones. They're not going anywhere because they look pretty good. However, I have replaced one, which was here, one of the original buildings, and I put the tallest building in before the World Trade Center was built. And down here, here, this was one of the first buildings, a big car park to the mall, and that's all been demolished now for another tall structure, pretty high, roughly the same height as the masterpiece there. I call it a masterpiece because it was the first major skyscraper I started building. But anyway, let's go and have a look. So this was the city. The second extension was here, and this was more old towers and everything like that. The racetrack extension happened the same time as this did and went off into the jungle over there. The third extension was here, these buildings and this one. Then the fourth extension was this part of the map here, which was done 2 years ago probably, and this building was only done a year ago. And then I decided to build the bridge to link up to here, which that was done just after Christmas. And then the new extension to the city is all down here, and it's taken a long time, 3 days if you work out the hours I spent doing it. So we got an airport finally. There's an airport over the other end of the map, but this is the major airport. And then this is where all the skyscrapers are going to be, the big buildings. I've done the roads. I'm still adding 1 or 2 now. It's not 100% ready to start putting skyscrapers in. We have a giant motorway that goes right under here, and will probably eventually end up over to the other side of the map down that end. We'll see. I have got plans to make it go that way. However, doing that, I got to watch out for subways and everything. And the motorways, all the roads stay the same level. What road they start on, that's the level they stay on. So yeah, I mean, this is the really much. I will go through some parts in a minute. Sorry, excuse me for a second. I'm just checking this out. There we go. Sorry, I had a message on my phone. I wonder what the hell they was talking about. So, yep, I got some great plans for the buildings. All the buildings I do on my own, everything. I had help with my brother to do the airport, to make it all flat, get rid of the trees, but all the rest have been done by me. Hours and hours of work. So I got some great buildings designed, ready to go in. I'll start building. You can't just place them in, you got to build every building. I got an hotel design, like a Premier Inn, that's in Bristol. If anyone knows, Bristol in England, one of the main roads that go in Bristol, they have a Premier Inn. It's a pretty old building now. It's quite tall, and that's one of the plans. I've just noticed. I'm still going around the map filling areas I never finished. There's about 4 or 5 subway stations. The only thing this part of the city is not going to have is the subway. Not yet, anyway. The subway will come to the airport down there. In fact, the station's all ready. The sewers, of course, they'll all be around here. I haven't started work on the sewers yet, but I will. They do come to the airport at the moment, along with that, but that's about it. Sorry, I just had another message again. There we go. I just got to check. It should be. Yeah, it is. Right, that's good. Sorry, my phone goes off as soon as I start doing some online. Down here, got to be doing buildings as well. There's a couple. And the islands. There's islands here. Now this, excuse me, this was all frozen over, and I've got rid of all the ice. Took a while, but I've done it. And these islands here, underneath both bridges, the train bridge and the road bridge, are going to have buildings on. This here is going to be like a statue of some sort, a really big statue, and these 2 buildings are going to be pretty tall buildings. Not too big, not ridiculous, but they're going to be quite colourful as well, orange and blue and orange. So that'll be nice, something different. And then the train track, this train track only goes to the station, but you got to get off this track, which goes all the way into the city. So yeah. And I'll get the glass done probably tonight on this, later on tonight, which would be nice. This extension to the city's probably got to take a good 2 years to finish. I don't have nothing planned for 2 years. I got to get this done. The motorway, I want to do another diversion road going that way. So this would be the road. We drive on the left hand side of my city, so you'd be joining the motorway like that. So this side is also going to have a motorway road coming off it. A slip road. Big building going here, another here, probably 2 buildings here. We'll see. And this bit's raised here for a good reason, because there's going to be another really big building there. One here joining into this, that's going to be pretty big. On top of here, big building, and here. Should be nice. Still a bit of work to do on this part, but that should be good. And I want to try and keep the forest in the middle, like the trees, keep it as a park or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then of course I'll be doing buildings down here next to the runway, but they won't be too tall because the trees are tall enough, I suppose. We'll see. So yeah, the extension's gonna really improve the city, considering this was the 4th extension here and not much has happened here for 2 years. The subways are all, the sewers have all been prepared, and the tunnel goes off as an access point now, and that goes all the way down to the airport, and this does or will link up to the sewers that's down to the accommodation buildings here. So sewers there's sewers down there, there's one of the access points there, the red brick, that's the sewer access there. This is a new building, this one was done a couple of weeks ago now. But this is a new one, and again we've got another going in next to it. You see the sewers access points there and there. This building supposedly is quite old now, and it was yesterday doing. And the bridge, of course, the bridge was done a couple of weeks ago now. It looks okay. I'm happy with it. You know, I wasn't happy with it straight away, but it's grown on me. I'm happy with it now. And here's the train track that goes into the new part of the city. And this is like the middle part. This was extended about 3 years ago, and then obviously we got the main part down here. Oh, hours I've sunk into this game building this city. You would not believe it. I mean, it took 3 days just to do the extension. I haven't even put the buildings up. I haven't even got the sewers all in yet. So, yeah, dedication. It's all about dedication. And I've still put toilets all around the map. You never find a toilet when you need one these days. So, my Minecraft has a toilet everywhere. It went pretty well. That's now. It's hard to believe. Race probably finished in the first year. Not all of it, 'cause I did add some buildings in the middle, and I still want to sort out the drivers' accommodations down here, very posh. And then this is the third city done just before Christmas, and I've only got one building in and started a second. I'll start a building. If I'm feeling really positive about the building and how it's working out, I will stick to it and finish it in a couple of minutes. This one probably took, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to do, not too long. And again, sewers all under this map. And then I started doing this one. I had an idea how I wanted to build it, but I lost interest in the first 5 minutes. So yeah, and we got a statue going here, and then more buildings. It's quite a small extension, this part is, but this isn't the main extension. This was originally a beach that was on the map, because everything of the city was all based on around this river that runs right through the middle of it. So I chose this to build on. I noticed the river and I was like, Chicago, obviously. That's what Chicago's like. And I love American cities. So I built everything to go around this map at this river. So that's what I like about it, you know. And just to show you, kidding. So there's the subway. That's one of the subways, and the sewer runs next to that. Now I can show you Grand Central Station, because Grand Central Station, there's an access point here somewhere, because it's still not finished. I got to find the access point now to Grand Central. Ah, here we go. This is one of them. It's nearly done. There's not too much to finish here now. I think that tunnel, this tunnel's nearly finished. This goes to the mall, if I remember rightly. No, this is not the mall, is it? No, this is a new station. So this station was done a couple of weeks ago. It's been there for about 2 years, but yeah, so this is the mall station, which the mall station links up to a different station, not to Grand Central. Grand Central, every platform goes to different places around the map, where the other station I just went to, that's only across the map in a certain direction. So down here, look, we have T.W.Gz and Cat and Bank. If I take T.W.Gz, obviously you can put the trains down, but it's just faster to travel like this. Let's go up. So T.W.Gz is not finished. Again, 3 years old, not finished. Right, 1 second. Just sort something out. Oh, that. Right, so this kind of has a Chinese or Japanese theme to it. One of the buildings up here. One of the buildings I'm most proud of. There it is there. It's not finished. First floor. So here's T.W.Gz. Pretty basic. There's a boat that with a dog in. Okay. You can just make out the castle and the Victorian town down there. Working on the castle at the moment. My brother's working on it as well, because this is his castle. I've done the main building and the bridge, of course, because I love the bridge. But he's done the towers around it and the tower there. The prison, I don't know if anyone's ever seen the prison. Not finished. Again, about 2 weeks non-stop working on that. About 400 cells, prisoner cells. And then Atlantis. We're building Atlantis as well. And where's the sewer tunnel? There's a sewer tunnel that runs right through here, because the sewers even go to the prisons these days. Here it is. Yeah, so there's the access to the sewer and the water, but this goes right down to the prison. Yeah, that's one of the access, so that's gonna go to the prison at some point, aiming that way. But this goes right into the castle, which is not finished, like I said. And this was only finished a couple of weeks ago, going to T.W.Gz, which is here. So there's an access point I put in somewhere. I gotta remember where now. I put an access point into the sewer. Did I put an access point? I can't remember now. I'd done some of that. I thought I put an access into that. I done. Yeah, I done. I can't remember now. The only way you can get in them and figure out how far you've gone is getting in the tunnels. Just have a drink. So let's go back to the city extension. That's what this video is all about. Originally, the city extension was going to be down here, and it was going to be like a new city. But this is all going to be Victorian. Not all of it, probably this side of the mountain. One of the buildings I worked on back when we were talking about Fallout 76. And then we got the small airport, which was originally going to be the main airport. So the city extension is right behind the jungle. The motorway is going underneath the jungle. At least most of it. It depends what I run into as I'm building it, because I plan to make it go completely straight. And the motorway is over here, so you know it's going to go straight through all of that. Well, you can just about make out the other end down there, and it goes on quite a fair way. Now, I should have started this years ago, because I can't go towards the city because of all the subways and sewers, and I can't go around them. It'd be too much redesigning and everything. So now I've showed you the extension. We got the airport. I want to put hangars all down this side here, and this side would be some hangars there, and then shuttle buses that come out to the planes. So yeah, we'll put a building here. Might fill that in with grass and have that as trees, because we're going to have such a big building here. One of the buildings I'm working on, actually planning at the moment, it's going to go here somewhere. The way I plan it out, loads of people have different ways. I do it all in my head. I know what I want the building to look like. I know how many floors. I know what the windows are going to look like. Everything like that. I do it all in my head. So I know what building I want to build here, or possibly there. It might be there just because bigger place. Bigger place to build it. So yeah, the building's got to go here. One of the others I said, like the Premier Inn that's in Bristol, that'll probably go down. Well, it needs to go farther up, so it'll probably go here somewhere. Probably there. I gotta do something with that because that goes into an amazing cavern, and then we got a little bay area down here. That's quite nice. Actually, it might go here. Yeah, the Premier Inn go here somewhere. Just because of the size of it, you know, it's pretty big. But I do have all this space over here and over here. Probably looking at. No, let's work it out. I'll work it out whilst I got you guys watching. So let's start from the 4th extension to the city, and we'll work out how many buildings are going in. There's one going here, not a big one. So one. We got one here already, so I don't count. There's got to be 2 massive buildings here, so 3. Probably a smaller one across here, so 4. Little ones here to do with the main airport, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 2 big buildings planned for that. 14, 15, 16 on top of here, 17 on top of that wall there. These have already been begun. This has been here for 2 years. 17. Go to the islands. 18, 19. That's got to be a statue, so let's say 20. 20 seems about right. And then obviously we got down here as well, so 21, 22. Long building going here, so say 22 to that. Trees here. 23. This is going to be one big building. 24. 25. So there's going to be about 25 buildings to go in. That's one of the reasons I extended the city, because I just couldn't fit any more in the main city, the beginning where it all begun. So there's 25, but there's still plots of land over here. 26 sewers. Look at the sewers. 1, 2, 3. So 26, 27, 28, 29. Nothing to go now. Trees. That building's got to be finished. 29. So 29 so far. I don't think there's any more land available down this end, but there is a couple down next to the moor. So I want to do something here, but I don't want to do it too big because it covers the moor. So these would be small buildings. This was originally a massive glass forest that joined up to the moor, but I didn't like it. 29, that's going to be a big tower. So 30, 40, the new skyscraper. 50, that's going to be a smaller building. Sorry, how did I get 50? 31, access point to the sewers. I've lost count. 31, beginning to the moor. That's not going to be a new building because it's always been planned. And then we got some space down here still. These are not finished. So there's about 31 buildings to go in. That's ridiculous. Golf course. The main golf building. Never finished that. That's too big. It's got to take up all of this land. I just realised I paused the road up now. Let's have a look. You doing?
What's this?
Minecraft. Obviously. I just realised I messed the road up. Still have.
Yeah, well, the lens are all wrong.
That's right. 2 dots going into and fine. See?
No, you don't know.
Yeah, and then we get rid of that one. Fill that in. Ta-da!
No.
Yeah, that's fine. Look at this. Look at all the land. 31 buildings to go in. 31 buildings. Can't believe that. And look at, I didn't know you could do this with the fences. I done down here the other day. See? How cool is that? It's good, isn't it? Looks alright.
There's some torches on it.
No. Oh, I suppose. I just thought though, I can't do tall buildings down this end because of the runway. Won't look right. You can't have a skyscraper right here and planes landing. I want to build a couple of planes. That's probably what I do on the weekend.
You want to play a plane just off the ground, like where it's coming ahead.
I am. I'm gonna do it so it's like lined up with the runway like this, and it'd be up here somewhere, going over the top of one of the buildings.
Do, 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 do.
Let's shut the door then. Right. Let's cut that down. So, I think that is it for the city extension. 31 buildings. Probably more. Depends. All depends. Oh. Something here, maybe. But that's going to be linked to that. Yeah. I did plan to build something here now. That's why you know if I plan to build something like this. See how it's a block down, which means I'll build a. What I do is build an outline like this. I build an outline of a building and then go from that. And then, say I've done the outline, I'll start filling in with grass around it. Got some old retaining wall because I want to keep this pond. I like how the ivy off the tree takes over. That's pretty cool. Was that? Yeah, I did put access to that. So that's cool. So that will link up to this at some point. This is a big building. The idea is we've got grass on every level, so a little garden on every level of the building. Same for the top, the roof, and then the roof will be filled in. I want to get this building finished. Yeah, I might spend a couple hours on it tonight, because this is one hell of a building. I planned this. When did I plan this? It probably ain't as old as I'm saying it is. I said about a year, maybe 2 years, but I don't think it's a year old. Think of it. But yeah, we got the island buildings as well. So what I'm gonna do is build off this and go down with steps and everything, elevator, and I'll link you up then to there. So it should look pretty good. Then I build this. So maybe put some boats in here. Still loads of planning, of course. I've kept the same design to the train track as well since the beginning. So, yep. That is Come on. Right. That is the extension to the city. And it's looking pretty good. Should take a picture of it really. Because the ground looks so different. A couple of months at least. And the motorway just goes off to nowhere as always. Looks good though. There'll probably be some buildings here somewhere. I like how the sun sets and you see the outline of some of the buildings. And if I get closer, you might just see the outlines of the World Trade Center. Which, you know, I'm really proud of. Because they turned out so nice. It was so done very well. You can just see them popping up. There we go. Oh, come on. Before the sun goes down. There you go. Look at that. Does that not look like a city? Oh, water. Right. I think that's it. If you want to carry on watching me working on the city, I'll be streaming straight away after this video, so I'll stop the stream, but I will continuously be working on the city. So if you want to keep watching, just keep an eye on my channel for a couple of minutes and it'll be live again whilst I start building, but I won't be talking.